My name is Donal Sheehan and I'm farming here at Blossom Farm with my wife Ita and two children, Olivia and Cathal. We have 70 dairy cows and we're farming in Castlines in East Cork. It's part of the Bride Valley. We milk 70 cows and all the milk goes to Glanbia. We keep just the heifer calves and rear the replacements, so it's usually about 70 cows, 20 replacements and 20 heifer calves. We sell the bull calves to a local farmer, and everything we do, we try to be as sustainable as possible, and we're continuously trying to improve that, whether it's lowering nutrients, artificial nutrients, or reducing sprays, or water conservation, improving biodiversity. We're continuously pushing the boat out all the time, trying to make farming here anyway more sustainable. It's, to most people, kind of a dirty looking field with what I call a pollinator strip, and these are spear thistles, and to most farmers, including myself now, I have to say it's hard looking at them, but actually spear thistles and thistles in general are hugely pollinator friendly, and a big problem with modern farming is our perception of weeds, and in particular the really important pollinator weeds, which would be thistles and even ragwort actually. A lot of other flowers as well, but those two are really prosecuted, and that's why we've lost a lot of our species. If you have a sterile environment, you're not going to have any biodiversity on it. So changing the perception and the mindset that we have, and being able to look at these in a different light, incorporating a small bit of biodiversity back into our farmland. So thistles are not bad. The Bride project came about because a couple of us, Tony Nagel, who's the project ecologist, and myself were always arguing that we need to start doing something about the way biodiversity was being lost in farmland in particular, and in intensive farmland especially. From my own point of view, when I was young, you heard all the sounds of the farmland birds like skylark, corncrake, cuckoo, and as I was growing up, these were all disappearing before my eyes. The Bride project rewards farmers that look after the environment and that go the extra mile to help the environment. We put a value on all the non-productive part of your farm. Basically what it does is it takes all your hedgerows, your bogs, your wetlands, your waste ground, and I hate that term, waste ground. We take all of them and we put them into a percentage, and we try to get every farmer up to 10%, so that you have at least 10% of a biodiversity managed area, or a BMA, on a farm, and the project then will pay the farmer for the quality of those habitats. So this is our 2 metre field margin. We are suggesting that this 2 metre field margin, which is where all our pollinators are being lost, it is really important, so that this is where you'll get your wildflowers. So just leaving 2 metres and protecting it from livestock and not using any pesticides will increase the number of wildflowers, and also provide a habitat for small mammals as well. And it's a really important measure because it's where a lot of our losses are happening. This is a strip of wild bird and pollinator cover. It's been in now 2 years. We replant it every year, and it's specifically for feeding the wild birds in the winter time. It's just less than 1% of the farm, and that's part of our problem as well that we have, is that we are so focused on using every square inch of land. You know, it's very rewarding to farm when you have little plots like this. You can come up here in the middle of winter, and there could be a flock of 100 linnets or 100 goldfinches or yellowhammers feeding on the cover that's here. You come up in the middle of the summer and it's absolutely buzzing with bumblebees and solitary bees and hoverflies, and it's just having little pockets of the farm like this where you can go to at any time. It just makes it all worthwhile. The thing with biodiversity is you cannot have biodiversity a la carte. You have to take it, as I always say, warts and all. You can't just decide, oh, I love biodiversity, but I don't like nettles, I don't like thistles, I don't like ragwort, but I'll have everything else. Biodiversity comes in all shapes and forms, and that's part of the way I think that we should be farming, is to incorporate everything into it and live with it.